Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Chris Ford, aka Fordy. This video is a review of the Vitality London 10K, so let's get stuck in. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to FORDY Runs. Thanks very much for coming back to the channel. If this is your first time at FORDY Runs, make sure you're hitting that little subscribe button down there to stay up to date with all the latest running videos we've got on FORDY Runs. Get yourself over to FORDY Runs Facebook page as well and join the group. If you hit that little button, then you'll get involved with our little running community now we've got on FORDY Runs. And also just open up on FORDYRuns.com. We've got the FORDY Runs store, so there's loads of merchandise, clothing, accessories. Not all FORDY Runs stuff, we've got some other cool stuff as well, stuff for the kids and things like that. So get over to FORDYRuns.com. That's just opened up and that's going to slowly build. There's going to be more stuff coming on there as well. But anyway, the most important thing is this video is all about the Vitality London 10K. So I wasn't able to take part because I was away with the family this weekend. But James, who is part of the FORDY Runs group, I don't know whether you saw his park run vlog that he did for me a couple of weeks ago. He guested on the channel already. Well, he agreed, which was very nice of him, to sort of do a review. We did a similar sort of thing for Brighton. But I say this is his review of the Vitality London 10K.
Well, hello. It's James here again, and Fordy, Chris Ford, has asked me to do a little bit of a review of the London Vitality 10K. And yeah, second time I've guested on his channel, so big up all the FORDY Runs crew. I have Nick, my brother, yet again. It's becoming a regular thing having him on my my vlogs, and now he's guesting on another vlog.
I am indeed. Afternoon, evening, morning.
Hello. So I thought I'd involve him because he's ran the race with me earlier today as well.
I didn't steal this off a random person. I did actually do it. So.
He did. So we've got our medals, we've got our t-shirts, and yeah, we're just going to run through a few basic things, what we thought, and yeah, we'll start from when we walked into the race village. And what did you think of that?
It was good. The race village took over Green Park. It was huge, which is just as well because an awful lot of runners. I think they said over the Tannoys had about 17,000 running today, and if you combine that with family, friends come to support them, there were an awful lot of people around, but loads of space to work in. We managed to get through to toilets and stuff pretty quickly. Bag drop was very efficient, very quick, and we had a good sort of 40-45 minutes then just to chill out and get ready for the race.
Yeah, it was the weather helped as well, but obviously that's just nothing to really do with the race organisers. But yeah, the baggage drop was really good. I'll drop a little bit of a short vid on that.
Coming on the tube was easy, straight off the tube at Green Park and literally 50-yard walk and you were in, and straight into the race village, so no messing around, very, very easy to get to.
Definitely. And then moving on to the start of the race and the pens, the way they organised that, I thought that was really good, to be fair, and really organised, and seemed to work pretty well. So in the yellow start, the only slight criticism there was you had stray people entering pens that they shouldn't be in, and the thing is that the marshals sort of on the sort of entry to the pen, and I could see quite clearly that the colours wouldn't have matched, which is fine. You are allowed to do it if you go in, if you sort of put down that you're faster and you want to go back, they allow that, but it's the other way round, and people were doing that, I noticed. Did you notice that? Or
they weren't doing it in the pen I was in, but it's the usual thing about people selecting a start time that doesn't really match up with what they can do. Yeah. So you get yourself up and running, and you've got a lot of dodging to do. There was some really people running in probably the first wave that, with the best way in the world, and all credit to them for running it at all, probably shouldn't have been starting in the sort of sub 40-minute wave.
When they're like
when they're running about probably 8.5-9 minute mile pace. So whatever, but you get that at every race. It was no worse than any other I've done.
Then we started off and talked about the course a bit. I mean, you've done London Marathon, so you're going to have a different sort of perspective on it. I mean, that was my first time running in London, and I really enjoyed it. There was certain parts where there was a lot of crowd noise and loads of support and bands and stuff, and just felt like a real sort of nice atmosphere.
We got off to a really positive start because you had at least two, well, there might have even been some more, but you had at least two to the celebrity starters, Jess Ennis on the one side and Seb Coe on the other. So as you cross the start line, you look to your left, you've got Jess Ennis, to your right, you've got Seb Coe. You can't really ask for fairer than that. I mean, what an amazing sort of sight to inspire you as you're going across the line.
Insert Jess high five here. Okay. Had to have my little moment there. So yeah, I ran over to her and crossed over from the other side of the road just to sort of meet her and get a bit of a high five on film.
The police were notified. There's now a restraining order.
So I got a few looks when I did that, but you know what, it was worth it. So yeah, the course, same parts, it was really sort of well supported, but you sort of thought in other bits were a bit sort of random and...
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10k course. They took in some landmarks, which is great, but a lot of it was back streets and not very interesting back streets at that. But you know what, I'm not going to moan. You still got to see some decent sights, and when you're starting on the Mall and you're finishing outside Buckingham Palace, really you've not got a lot to complain about. Support was a bit mixed. When it was busy it was fantastic, but it soon thinned out, which really surprised me when you consider the calibre of the elites that you had running. I'd have expected probably bigger crowds than that, but you can't have it all. And where you had a lot of crowds and a few switchbacks on the course, so they'd be cheering for runners going out one way and cheering for you coming back the other, which was always good. So I'm not going to fault it. It was solid. It was good.
And I really enjoyed the finish as well, because I've never experienced anything like that before. So running down to the Palace to finish, that was something else, wasn't it? And again, the crowd support picked up there. So
I chatted to a few people that were doing it not dissimilar to what we were. You know, you put in for the London Ballot, you don't find yourself getting in, and so you take something like this as a second best. You know, it's a big city event. Obviously, it's not anything like marathon distance, but it's your opportunity to run through the streets of London with hoping that you get similar sorts of support. It isn't the same as a marathon. It's nothing like it, but it's as a big city 10k. It's the best supported and the busiest I've ever done.
I really enjoyed it as well.
If you're willing to make the trip down there and travel down to London, it's well worth it. And for the money, not actually too bad. It was pretty reasonable. I can't remember the fee now. It was about 25, 30?
It was about 30 early bird, yeah, but you had to get that in before sort of January or something. But yeah, it's still really good. So yeah, the finish, that was all really sort of well organised, and then the medal, and I really like the medal.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic medal. It's heavy as well. It's can't grumble at that.
It's only looking at the medal and looking at the shirt that I've realised it was actually the 10th anniversary of, so it was the 10k in the 10th year, not in the 10th month or on the 10th day, but there's a lot of 10s going on there, hence the design
10s
of the medal on the back.
And t-shirt, very nice. I quite like the t-shirt.
Nice, but it comes up small, so if New Balance sponsor it next year, go a size up.
Yeah, mine's a little bit tight as well, but you know what, the goodie bag, well, I can't say there was lots of goodies in there.
It promised a lot and it delivered very little.
Yeah, there was a bottle of water in there, a bottle of Lucozade, some random kind of fizzy juice drink,
some crisps, and the rest was vouchers.
Yeah, but my goodie bag, I mean, it's not their fault, but the Lucozade sort of managed to spill into my goodie bag, so the other items were disposed of rather quickly. So I can't really say the goodie bag was the best experience ever, but doesn't really matter, does it, in the grand scale of things. So yeah, going back to the baggage drop, really impressed with that. That ran like clockwork, and was really quick.
And medals. This happened.
Oh yeah, we got presented and got that on film as well.
You gotta get your medal.
Gotta get my medal presented. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. Cheers.
He loves being presented.
I do like being presented, and that's one of my. I don't like finishing a race and then just handing a bag. It's not the same. I like the actual. Maybe I'm a bit. Maybe I expect too much, but I like the whole being presented my medal, because it just makes it. I don't know if anyone agrees with that, but makes it more special. And they were quite happy to present medals. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for that. So what we really should have done was sort of graded every single bit that we talked about. But what we'll do, we'll give an overall grade for everything that we discussed. And my overall grade is going to be, out of 10, it's going to be an 8.
I would probably concur with that. I think so. I think the scale of it was impressive, the setting was impressive.
Organisation of certain things was...
It depends if you're in London, if you're there, it's brilliant to go out and do something like that. If you've got to travel, I mean, we've had probably about 3 hours each way to get there, including the drive and the 45 minutes on the train as well. That's a long way to go for a day, unless you're going to make it an overnighter, and then it gets really expensive. So that's your choice. But that's a long way to go for a 10k if you're doing it for a half or a full. You can justify it. But yeah, I'd be verging between a 7 and 8. But I haven't got that much experience of doing big city 10Ks, so I haven't really got much to compare it to. But yeah, very solid, very good event.
Excellent. Well, I've done a vlog on this, so you'll be able to see that on my channel, and obviously you're seeing this little review on FORDY's channel. So say hello to FORDY Runs.
Hello, FORDY Runs.
There you go.
Keep running.
So we did try and make this brief, but it's running to almost 10 minutes. So sorry about that, FORDY. You did ask me to do a review, and I have a guest review. So technically it's a 5-minute review each. So that's probably about right, isn't it?
It's got 2 for 1. You can't argue with that.
2 for 1 bargain. Right, cheers, see you later.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it, and thanks very much James for taking the time out to review that race. I was a bit gutted I wasn't able to do it. I was importantly away with the family, but I was kind of a bit jealous of you guys doing that race because it looked a good one. Anyway, thanks very much James. Check out his channel, the links are down below. Please get over there and subscribe to his channel because he does a lot of vlogs, in particular like park runs and different events that he's doing as well. Hit him up down there. I'm going to put a link up to his channel as well at the end of this video. But that's it from me. We've got some more cool stuff coming out in the next couple of days and weeks on FORDY Runs, so stick with us. So we've got plenty of new stuff coming. But that's it from me, and I'll catch you guys next week.